Hey guys, this is Love is Dead, and I'm coming to you with an International Series 12 Game B, and it is IG versus Complexity. IG has been really strong lately. Actually, all of the Chinese teams have in these group stage matches. Although I'm a fan of Complexity myself, probably because I'm American, and this is America. I must support America. Anyways, Nature's Prophet, Tidehunter, Venomancer, so I'm a little bit late getting into this. Lone Druid, Lishrak, and Enchantress are going to be the pickups. So it seems like Invictus Gaming, they're just going to go for the push strategy. That's what I would assume with Lone Druid, Enchantress, and Lishrak picked up so far. So that's pretty clear. The what's going on in Complexity side, looks like they might be going for a completely ganking lineup, more team fight oriented to try to stop those pushes as they come in. And anyways, they're going to ban out Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter has been a good pickup lately just because that track gold is ridiculous. You put that up on like you can get that up on like 3 heroes in a team fight. Definitely 2 at least. And that just gives a ton of gold to your team. So he's been picked up lately just because he accelerates your farm and really pays off for ganking lineups. Anyways, Invoker is actually going to be a final ban. He's going to come in the last stage, and let's see, they're going to ban out TA as Invictus Gaming is going to ban out TA as well. That minus armor would be pretty huge, especially if Tidehunter gets off his Ravage, Venomancer with his ultimate as well. That would allow TA to basically just pick someone off instantly and then start to dealing damage to anyone else in the team fight. Nature's Prophet, they're kind of, I wonder if they're going to pick up some kind of stun to couple with Nature's Prophet. Perhaps like Windrunner? Sand King Enigma. There are a lot of heroes that Complexity could go with. Invictus Gaming definitely going with the push lineup. They're going to be going with a carry. Probably, I really think this is setting up for a Morphling, because who doesn't want Morphling on their team, to be honest. I think any game that I've actually watched so far, and I can't watch all of them just because there's so many, but any of the games I've watched so far, I think Morphling has been in it at some point. TA also is good against Morphling because she has that minus armor, and Morphling has high armor being an agility carry. So taking away his armor with TA limits his use. It sort of lessens his effectiveness, but he's just such a massive tank. And that's what's been the problem lately. It's hard to kill him when he's able to tank up and then waveform away to any part of the team fight. Visage is going to be picked up. Visage. Guess I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that's going to look like a tri-lane setup, and I think they're going to go for a hard carry here, Complexity. They have Anti-Mage, there is Morphling available. Actually, sorry, Invictus Gamers is not going to go for a Morphling because they picked up Lone Druid first. I wouldn't expect that they would get 2 carries, so they're probably going to go for more of a mid-game carry, semi-carry role. Unless they decide to go with Lishrak for that instead of putting him complete. Unless they're gonna, instead of putting him as a complete support, try to deal damage with that. And I'm not sure what the setup is going to be on Complexity side with Visage. I mean, that's really going to be a tri-lane. Nature's probably going to be a solo lane. Tidehunter, Venomancer. Yeah, it's hard to say exactly what they're going to do with that, and I'm not sure what carry that would fit into their lineup. So we'll have to see what they pick up. I'll make this taking time to just select this 4th hero, and it's going to be Brewmaster. Brewmaster's really good because he can help with the initiation. There's just there's amount of time, you know, if he is able to go in, pop off his ultimate before Ravage gets off, or even after Ravage gets off if he survives it. It just gives Invictus Gaming time to engage, and basically Complexity just have to walk away while that's happening. Visage is going to be pretty squishy in these matchups. He's going to have to be careful. I mean, he's always going to be squishy, but Enchantress, Lishrak, Lone Druid can all deal a lot of damage to him, especially if he gets locked down. Which is something, sorry if I'm moving my mic and making things sound loud. Storm Spirit is going to be the pickup from Complexity. That is a huge team fight potential, and I like that pickup from Complexity. They're going to play their aggressive game. They're not going to stop with that. They're not going to stop with their mix-up. I'm not sure if they're going to put him in the tri-lane. I haven't really seen a Storm Spirit tri-lane. I suppose it's possible. And yeah, he could use that support from Visage. That's actually a good amount of stun on their side. They got Tidehunter, they got Venomancer for slow. Visage can hit off his stun from his at level 6. It's a little bit harder to hit, but it's got a wide range. And then the Storm Spirit can use his Vortex. And Puck is going to be the pickup from Invictus Gaming, so interesting to see where they're going to decide to put him. Their lanes are fairly wide open on all sides. Too difficult to be able for me to decide who they're going to put where, because there's just so many options. Unless I mean, they could put Puck in the mid lane. Ferrari picked him up, and he's usually strong and loves his middle lane. They could put Lone Druid in the long lane to get him as much farm as they can. Sorry, long lane. I mean the safe lane. Anyways, it's going to be Zhou playing Lone Druid. YYF is going to be playing the Brewmaster Enchantress, played by Chuan. Faith is going to be on the Leshrac. Ferrari is picking up the Puck. Fluff and stuff is going to be here on the Complexity side. Going to be playing Visage. IX Mike Venomancer. Storm Spirit is going to be picked up by TC, so he's going to be a hard carry role. And Tidehunter is going to be played by Hannah Montana. That just leaves Jo. Going to be playing the mid lane Nature's Prophet, which I've seen him play before, even today. I'm going to get up my stats here. Last hits and denies.
30 seconds to battle.
And it looks like the tri-lane is going to be TC with Visage, and perhaps IX Mike is going to be roaming, or he's going to be going with a 2-1-2 lane. Going to be interesting to see if they decide to do that. And they could be using Visage to farm the jungle by pulling. It's going to be a solo lane Zhou against the Storm Spirit.
The battle begins.
That's actually not too bad for Storm Spirit, I don't think. Because he's actually able to deal a bunch of damage to the bear, which may help him out. I think he should be able to do pretty well against this Lone Druid. Yep, Ferrari's going to be in the mid lane. They're going to be up against Jo. This is actually a really hard lane for Puck. So we'll have to see how Ferrari decides to play it. Because Jo can just pop off his Nature's Call, get his Treants up, and that just harasses Ferrari. And they're actually going to go on him right now. Gush is going to start off, going to slow him up. Puck is going to be able to blink himself away. Visage is here too. They really want the first blood money, and they're going to get it. Fluff and stuff picking that up. And as I said, hard lane for him. That doesn't help him out at all. But Nature's Prophet did take a lot of damage. He's going to have to get that back up quickly, or else Puck is going to be able to take him out. He's only got 100 health, and actually, what does Puck's damage? Illusory Orb. It's only 70 damage right now, so he's going to be alright. They're setting up in here to try to slow up Bear, or they're going to go right on Jo. They're actually going to do it. And it looks like he is actually going to be able to get away. But we have a illusion here from Visage. Going to try to keep Jo back. Keep him out of lane as much as he can. So yeah, it is going to be a tri-lane down here bottom lane. Jo is going to actually have a pretty hard time getting farm, unless not. He's already got 3 last hits versus 4 to Storm Spirit. So actually he's going to be doing fine in this lane. They're going to have to play aggressive. And it's going to be a tri-lane top, YYF, Faith, and a Chuan. And here we go on Hannah Montana. They have a Troll Trap to start it up. Actually, no damage. 2 Troll Traps. Not the only... there's the damage and the stun. He's going to go down to this, no problem. And Leshrac picks up the kill. Good job there. We got a trade. It is still first blood gold goes to Complexity. This bear going a long way. May actually be dead from this. Looks like Chuan actually has another bear that he's able to pull up. So, could just trying to stop them from doing this pulling action as much as they can. But TC getting 11 last hits right now versus only 3 on the Lone Druid. So they're gonna continue to play this lane aggressively. And I think they're trying to max their aggressiveness and get as many kills early on. I really don't want IG to get out of control here. IG have had great team fights lately. And I think Complexity have too. However, I don't think they've been quite as strong as IG. Actually, we got another 3 heroes in the mid. They are using the Tidehunter and Venomancer to roam around. Not spending a whole lot of time in lane. Tidehunter doesn't want to die in that lane, but Ferrari's still playing a good job. Still doing a good job of not dying. Especially in a tough lane. And Chuan coming here with 2 Centaurs. This is going to be probably the end for Jo. He's going to be found out right now. Here he is. He's going to try to run away through the opposite direction. Puck is going to pop himself up there. Sprout to try to save himself away from the damage, but he's not going to be able to do it. Silence is going to stop him from being able to TP out. And Jo goes down in the middle lane. Hannah Montana here trying to try to push back from that kill. Don't think they're going to be able to continue, but just trying to keep pressure on Ferrari. And here we go, we have Ferrari blinking himself in. Nature's Prophet coming in. They're going to try to get off a Sprout. No, they're just going to try to push back. Early. You got some early action going on in these lanes. So what is TC's not doing too badly. Got 20 last hits versus Jo, who only has 8, now 9. Fortification coming up on the Radiant side. They're getting rid of their top tower. They're just going to say screw it to the top lane. They cannot deal with the... They don't have anyone that's going to be able to deal with the push that comes out from there. So IG is going to gain the early advantage in towers. Their Tidehunter is coming in here just to say that maybe I haven't given up completely on this tower. Nah, but they have. They're going to try to stop whatever they can in this little top lane here. Hopefully they don't get a tier 2 tower. Or that may be bad for complexity. Giving a 2,000 gold lead to the enemy, the opposite team, would not be a good idea. And actually, Lone Druid goes down in this bottom lane to the tri lane. That's an awesome kill. Lone Druid definitely needs his early start and that early gold to get up the Radiance that has been so popular on him. If they can shut him down, I mean, complexity, if they can shut down the Lone Druid, that's a lot of the late game and a good amount of the team fight, but not the entirety of it. And they are going to lose this tier 2 tower. Right at 5 minutes, and Faith actually going to take a Venomous Gale. He's losing a lot of life for this, and one more right click will be able to do it. Jo is now here though, and he's going to go down to I think YYF was able to get it, and the ultimate coming out here from Tidehunter already. He's already level 6, and Hannah Montana not going to be able to survive against that. Chuan now is going to be taking a little bit of damage from the tower. Venomancer IX Mike is caught up here. The ultimate's still available on Brewmaster, and he gets 2 heroes for that. And holy crap. That was an excellent engagement there for IG, and that early strategy just wasn't powerful enough. How did he get level 6 already? What the heck is that about? Yeah, that's a lot of power to give IG in the early game, especially when your Tidehunter is only level 3. Taking 1 point in the Kraken chill here. Perhaps it has to deal with all the damage that he's being dealt. Zo actually rotating up to the middle lane because this tri-lane has been so effective against him. But we'll have to see where Storm Spirit hits his stride. What is my dog doing? It's always doing something. I have a double kill while I'm trying to deal with my dog in the top lane here. Oh, that is not looking good for complexity. They're going to lose this tier 2 tower to that. They're feeding just too much. I think this is going to be this does not look like it's going to be an easy game. We already have 3 kills here from YYF, and Leshrac has 2. YYF hasn't lost any lives, 2 on Puck. And we have only 3 kills for complexity. So with that early game advantage, IG is going to feel comfortable in their ability to farm. I think they're going to actually... Oh no, we have an Entangling Roots up on Jo. He's taking a lot of damage from this. Faith is now coming in, and Puck as well. That is another death. Jo goes down. This is not the start that Complexity was looking for, especially with the lineup that they have. Is this bear gonna... They're gonna lose the bear? Yeah, they're gonna lose the bear for a minute. So Jo's gonna have to back off. So, what is the net worth now? Since all these kills are screwing things up a little bit, we have Brewmaster and Puck are the highest here, and next are all IG. IG with a ridiculous game so far. There's a gold graph. Gold graph 5k in favor of the Dire so far, and 5k just about in terms of experience as well. Oh, buddy. Anyways, this tier 2, tier 1 tower in middle lane is going to be finished off. One more right click. Now, they're going to get the deny. They do not get the deny. Enchantress gets the final right click on that one. They're going to deal a little bit of damage. Oh, no. Puck ultimate here. Going to lock them in place, and they're taking a ton of damage from this. Puck is going to finish off Nature's Prophet, and Storm Spirit's going to back himself away. Visage is going to be able to get away from this. So they only lost Jo to that. I kind of expected them to lose more with that Puck ultimate, but there wasn't enough damage coming out. What does Faith have? Does Faith doesn't have level 6 yet? Using that Lightning Storm actually to deal a good amount of damage. That's 145 damage, and I think that's for each jump, which is 6. So that is actually really strong AoE. Not AoE, but sort of area damage. Actually pulling the creep wave a bit. Actually, they're not going to be able to do anything. But they're IG not stopping with the early pushing lineup, and they're going to get yet another tower. That is 8 minutes into the... Oh, man, IG is just unstoppable. 8 minutes into the game, 4 towers down. That is tough. Definitely. Anyways, he got a Medallion of Courage up on Visage. It's going to make him even more squishy, so he's going to have to be careful. That should help them probably try to kill Jo. And try to go on this middle tower. They're going to be able to... Fortifications are up right there. 1 hit point left. That's going to be the end of that one. Middle tower, they're not going to be able to take that down before IG is going to teleport themselves in. Is that a Blink Dagger up on Ferrari in 9 minutes? Holy crap. Yeah, they're going to lock down Fluff and Stuff. TC is going to try to save them, but it's not going to be enough. Fluff and Stuff is probably going to go down to this. Yes. As Fluff and... No? Yes. Fluff and Stuff is now dead. We have IX Mike caught up here from the Brewmaster ultimate. He's going to be stunned up. Focus down on. Brewmaster takes him out. And my god, Tidehunter, are you going to be able to get away from this train? I think he is. I don't even know what to say. I don't know if there's anything complex to do about this. They're going to try to kill Jo, and he's pretty tanky right now. They're having a tough time trying to get him. And actually, ooh, that is actually really good. And they do get him down, but what I was saying was TC is able to use Ball Lightning, so still has mobility while locked down by the bear. But he's taking a lot of damage from Enchantress, trying to get away and teleport out, but wasn't able to do so. Chuan picks up the kill on him. So that was a trade of the 2 carries. And they're already 10 minutes into the game. What levels are they? Hero level, we have 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7, 6. So level 9, level 9 and 8, they're looking at pushing in the tier 3 tower just a bit. Let's go back to net worth here, and it is majorly in favor of IG. And on all the good heroes too. Brewmaster getting that early game, especially that early level 6, and I don't even think Tidehunter is able. He's still level 5, taking up Anchor Smash to try to deal with some counter push. But anyways, here we go. Faith is going to be caught out right now. There's a bunch of heroes here. We have a stun up from Visage. He's going to be finished off. So they do get a kill in this lane. They're going to have to continue to pick off heroes, but if IG keeps doing this 5-man thing, they should be able to take out Complexity without too much of a problem. How much gold do we have here? We're still quite a ways away. We're still quite a ways away from the Radiance. And Puck is actually going to get another kill on Venomancer and able to get away. Look at this, no health loss. And he didn't even use his magic stick, or yeah, his bottle, to keep his health up. But still, just picking off a hero in the middle of 4 is kind of ridiculous. I'm sorry I didn't catch it, but it is pretty ridiculous. I don't know, what can you do at this point? They're just really on the back foot. They need Storm Spirit to be able to farm up. What is he doing? He's up in the top lane up here. He's going to need... probably going to have to go for an Orchid at this point. Can't go for the Bloodstone. It's going to take him way too long to get that. And in the meantime, we have IG going to be pushing in this bottom tower. Actually, what are they doing here? They're just trying to get rid of Visage's, and they do. They're able to get rid of Visage's dudes. That's going to give them 200 gold and 45 seconds before they're up again to have that vision. So I'm going to look at the bottom lane right now. And actually, TC is up in the top lane. They know he's there, but they're not too worried about him. Bear pretty low on life. There's another bear available, so he can lose that one. And not have to worry about it. We have a smoke gank right here. Chuan could be caught off right now. She's going to pop off her heal, and that's going to heal her a ton of damage. It makes her kind of a tank. Anyways, Puck coming in dealing a good amount of damage. We have a mech, I think. Was someone actually finished up a mech? Anyways, Jo going to take a lot of damage, and he's going to go down. Where did that mech come from? Yeah, probably on Jo. Anyways, Ravage just finally popped off, but it is not going to be enough to finish anyone off. Hannah Montana is looking really low on life. He's surviving just a bit. The Storm Spirit goes down as well. Fluff and stuff trying to get away. You have a godlike streak already in Puck. And this is just ridiculous team fight. This is where Puck is going to be able to completely dominate things. And yeah, the bottom tier 2 tower is now going to be, they're going to try to defend it. Oh, sorry, they're going to try to finish it off before Complexity can come back and make the defense. Jo here with the mechanism. Is able to get that one up. Anyway, Jo in the back here. They're doing this for both ganking and pushing, protecting him, making sure that they get him in the late game in case things go sour. Although with that nice stun right there by Leshrac and to catch off Jo, you're going to take a lot of damage from Puck yet again. He's not going to be finished off with this mech. Chuan actually going to be caught out here by Storm Spirit, and she's going to be finished off. That is the end of him. And Visage here chasing with his little gargoyle dudes. We'll see if he's going to... No, he's not going to be able to get off a stun. You can't really chase and stun with him. You can get vision. Complexity are going to have to look to catch off heroes one-on-one, or they need to take like four-man fights. But Jo up here, he's got 4k gold, getting ever closer to that Radiance. Radiance is only 6k if I am correct. I think... Ah, it's less than 6k, so he's really close to that Radiance. He's only about 800 gold away from that. That should be up in a couple more minutes. Definitely by the, I'd say by the 18-minute mark, he should have it. At 18 minutes, a Radiance is big, and it won't just solely be used to push out lanes with the bear. It'll definitely be used to add him to the team fight. And actually, he's going to go in. He's going to go in. He's got... Bear is maxed out, so the bear has that damage to demolish the tower. Top lane right here, YYF eating a Venomous Gale, but TC is going to have to try to blink themselves out. Puck going to come in, and they are going to get Venomancer with that silence, stopping his teleport, killing him. TC actually not going back to base, just going into the middle lane here. And they're going to try to go for split pushing. That is the only option that they have. They really set themselves up for team fight, but that is not what they're able to do. So what they're able to do is split push. And I mean, it's not a terrible split pushing lane, but it's really not ideal. I'm gonna go for this top tier 1 tower. Perhaps try to take back that 4 tower advantage. And actually, it looks like IG are probably going to give this to them, and they're going to take Roshan instead, which is going to allow them to take out the rest of the towers. You put that on Lone Druid, actually, and I think that's a Radiant. No, it's just a Sacred Relic that's been finished up on the bear. But with Roshan, that should be his Radiance. Plus an Aegis the Immortal. I think they're going to try to push with that advantage. So, I'm sure I'm sure Complexity knew about that. There's no way they couldn't have figured that one out. IG completely missing them, giving them a tower, they're going to take Roshan. So I think that the Aegis is put up here on Lone Druid. And how much more gold does he need? Just a bit more gold. And he'll have his Radiance, unless it's already flying out to him with the Courier. The Courier is actually diving a long way down here. And what was that? I don't know what recipe that was that they got. But it looks like Lone Druid is just waiting for that and farming. In the meantime, while this Speed Demon Courier is taking his sweet time. Courier, oh yeah, look at this Walrus dude, slug guy. Guys, is the build going to be able to tell us anything about what's going on right here? Visage taking the Soul Assumption. That's a really good skill on him. That's basically most of his usefulness. Just able to spam off that spell in the middle of the team fight. So he doesn't get focused on. Anchor Smash, yeah, they're definitely going for the split push. Build up on Tidehunter, if you can really call it that, but yeah, that's what I think Anchor Smash indicates. Jo in here, he's going for the max teleportation, so they do want to have him with strong mobility, and he just needs farm. Doesn't even have a Hand of Midas, and I don't think he's going to go for it at this point. They don't want to waste any gold, and it's Hand of Midas isn't a waste of gold, but it's not a waste of gold if you don't have time to farm with it. Still no Radiance yet. Definitely has enough money to buy it. The courier is going this way, getting put down some observer wards. Actually, they're flying him all the way down here. Oh, they're gonna feed him no, they're gonna give it to Faith. So anyways, we got in the, I mean, IG just have all the time in the world to farm up on Lone Druid, as well as any of their other heroes. And what they're going to do is they're going to try to catch out Complexity, and there's an Enchantress. Where is Nature's Prophet? He's going to be hit with that in a little bit. I don't think he's going to be able, it's going to deal him a good amount of damage. I shouldn't take him out. I want to see how long it's going to take for that thing to get here. Not here yet. Unless it already made it and I completely missed it. Yeah, I think he probably already made it while I was doing something else. Yeah. Anyways, IG going to push in this bottom lane. They're continuing. Their pushing lineup has just been really strong. And they're going to be all 5 of them here. And there should be, this tier 2 tower is going to go down really quickly. They're not even going to stop for it, just going to send off the edict to be able to get it. And they're going to have to look for tier 3s right now. The middle tower is going to be pressured here by Complexity, finishing off, rounding out their split push strategy. Radiance now up in the bear, so they have that, and that's what they were waiting for. And it's going to be pushing on the tier 3 tower as soon as the creep wave comes in, or not even going to wait, for the creep wave, just going to go for it. Complexity have to TP themselves back out here, but they are spread across the map. And it is only IX Mike right now, and they're not even worried about him. The Venomancer wards are being useful pretty much, and the Treant's going to push him back just a little bit. And the bear is actually taking a good amount of damage. The bear should go down, but Jo is just going to span it up again. He has 2 minutes before that thing is going to be available to him for a second time. We have a nice stun coming out here, but it is not going to be able to be used. Tier 2 tower took a lot of damage. It's at 500 health, and the rest of IG are going to... Actually, it's just going to be Jo who's going to TP himself up here and get some farm. Where did his bear go? There's his bear. You always got to have your bear. Not always, but you know what I mean. Whew. Nice, we got Hannah Montana. He's got his mana boots up. Should be able to use that. Actually going for the Hand of Midas on Nature's Prophet, so they're hoping that they're going to... Complexity is hoping that they're going to be able to survive pushes on their base well enough that they can start farming up and get Storm Spirit as big as they need him to, although I think Lone Druid may be in the range of just too big right now for Complexity to deal with, so it may be a while before... It's going to be a while before Complexity are ready to take a team fight. They're going to try to avoid it at all costs, just because IG is so powerful, and it's difficult to have to avoid... it's difficult, really, to have to avoid a team fight with a pushing lineup. If the pushing lineup is so good that you have to avoid team fights with them, it's just going to be a hard game for you. And let me check at the graphs here. 14k in favor of the Dire in terms of the gold, 14k in terms of experience. That is only at 22 minutes into the game. The hero level right now, 14, 13, and then Storm Spirit at level 12. So basically, Puck and Lone Druid can take out Tidehunter, Visage, and Venomancer without too much of a problem. Well, actually, Tidehunter is going to be a little bit of a problem just because he's so big. but he's still pretty low in terms of levels. And IG just doing a great job farming up all these lanes. If they get a barracks would spell really not good things for complexity, because barracks would mean that they only have a limited time before they have to go back into their base and deal with the creeps. Especially at such a low level, it would be hard to get rid of them as well. Not to mention the fact that they don't really have any heroes that have good abilities. And actually, TC's going to get his teleport canceled out. Ferrari's standing inside the woods right now, going to be able to silence him up and deal him a good amount of damage. Zoe coming in right now, and TC's going to try to blink himself away. They need to get one more stun in order to be able to stop him. He doesn't have enough mana to really get another ball lightning, and he's going to be finished off. Brewmaster getting the final last hit on him. There's the last hit because it's not really final. The gargoyle all the way up here. And he's just going to respawn them. They're going to be pushing in this bottom lane. I think they're going to go for a straight push. And they have faith in here to get this middle lane. He has finished up his Bloodstone. That means that he is going to be a huge force in team fights with his Pulse Nova. Just because he can regen mana so fast. What does he got? I mean, he's got 13 right now. If he's part of any team fights and kills happen around him, that just means that his mana regen is going to keep continuing to skyrocket. And they're not going to have to worry about buyback on him either, just because of that's what the Bloodstone does. Anyway, they're going to take the tier 3 tower. Hannah Montana is they're actually going to finish off the bear. So there's only one bear right now. He has to wait 2 minutes before they're going to be able to do that again. Although the bear was the reason they got the tier 3 tower. They're kind of looking at the backs, but they don't have the creep wave quite yet. And actually, yeah, the Medallion of Courage, it looks like it's going to be used exclusively on the bear. Try to finish him off. Zoe taking a little bit of a nuke. Puck pumping in. He's going to take out Tidehunter. I didn't even see a Ravage popped off. The ultimate coming out here from Brewmaster. They're going to take out Visage. Now TC is trying to do something. He's making a burn charge on him. Chuan now is going to try to be focused down on, but they're not going to be able to do that. Lone Druid gets an attack on Nature's Prophet. They have to buy back from him. Buy back from Visage. They're going to try to do anything they can to defend against their barracks. Their barracks are going to go down. Oh no, that does not spell anything good for complexity. And IG just coming out with such incredible team fight right now. They actually are going to be able to finish off Leshrac, and the Ravage is now popped off, catching a bunch of them, but no damage to follow that one up. YYF's going to take a little bit. Yeah, so that is a Rax for IG. They're trying to chase now. This may be an overextension right now, and it perhaps might be. TC is going to go down. They're not going to be able to finish off. Actually, YYF is going really low on life. Oh, he's finished off by Venomancer. And now Zoe is here. Ooh, they're going to be able to get him if they have a Gush, and they have an Anchor Smash. They're going to burn the Aegis, and it looks like the Bear is going to go down as well. That's going to put... Puck is going to be trying to here, and Zoe is going to go back right in, getting a kill on Venomancer. Oh man, Visage is the only one alive, but he is not. Ooh, he has to teleport himself from the location of the barracks back into his own base, and only just making it. Joe taking some damage from the from Nature's Prophet, but Scythe of Vice up on Puck means that he's going to deal even more damage, and he's going to be able to stop Storm Spirit from being able to go anywhere. And what are we looking for the build on Joe right now? He has finished up nothing new. He's going for the Hyperstone. Not sure if he's going for a Cell Cuirass from Mjolnir. He could really do either one. It doesn't really matter at this point. Either one of them is going to make him pretty huge. They're going to catch out Enchantress, who was down here on her own for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure why she was down there, but they are going to pick up that kill. It is 28 to 10. XP graph now 20k. Oh man, 20k in favor of IG, 14k still the same in favor of gold. Hero level, dare I ask? 17 on the Lone Druid, 14 on Nature's Prophet, 13 on Storm Spirit, 9 on Venomancer. So It is looking like a massive pump stomp. They're gonna look at Roshan. I think I've been in games like this. Number of them, perhaps. Complexity know that they're waiting for Roshan, and actually I'm not sure what IG is waiting for. I don't think they're really worried about having to worry about taking a team fight, or maybe they're just trying to bait it out. Is that a 4-step up on Chuan? Yeah, so the 4-step up on Chuan, they're going to put the Puck ultimate, plus the Leshrac. Leshrac going to deal a ton of damage in this team fight. Ravage is going to be popped off. Hannah Montana is going to go down. Visage is going to go down as well. IX Mike, he is just going to try to train off the rest of the team. That way, Lone Druid is going to pick up the Venomancer, and TC is going to be able to get away narrowly with his life, although that is probably going to mean that this is going to be a tier 3 barracks. Tier 3 tower, rather. They're going to continue to push it in. Be interested to see if they decide to go for Roshan at all. They don't have Aegis up anymore. And the Assault Cuirass is now finished up on the Spirit Bear. So he's going to be attacking really fast. A ton of damage from him. Look at these. This barracks is melting away. Melting away. There's going to be a second set of barracks. Faith is going to be training off the Visage Gargoyles. And Hannah Montana now in the middle of this. He's going to not going to be able to live for too long. He's going to go down. Barracks down on here. Buybacks coming out. Actually, that was Enchantress with that JO coming in. He's going to be finished off. Fluff and Stuff not able to survive this at all. Ooh, actually, he was able to do it and get himself a Leshrac for his efforts, but TC is stuck here. He needs, he doesn't have any mana, so he can't get himself away, but IX Mike is going to be finished off. And I think they're not going to dive the tower for him? No. No, they're not going to dive into the Fountain Fort. They're just going to go straight for these towers. Every time this gets hit, that's about like 100 damage, like every couple of seconds. That's going to be the end of the tier 3 tower. Tier 4 tower, actually. And then at the end of that, it looks like it's going to be just a 30-minute game. And I think this is going to be GG, although Complexity has not called it yet. There is nothing that they can really do to stop this push in. And we have 2 sets of racks down, tier 4 towers down, Ancients are just about dead, and TC is just going to try to run away, stop getting killed. But that is going to be the end of that one. GG called out by Complexity. That was an intense game to watch. Early strategy of getting the early kills didn't work out for Complexity. IG was able to take that one. Anyways, I don't know if there are any more games coming up. I don't know the schedule off the top of my head, but if there are, I think I will continue to cast them. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully there'll be another one just shortly.